The WWE has always stated that you should never say never. Boy howdy have they backed that up constantly. Whether it was Eric Bischoff hugging Vince McMahon on Raw, Bret Hart returning to the WWE, or Brock Lesnar actually beating the Undertaker streak, you genuinely don't know what could happen in any calendar year. And that's what makes the whole thing so damn fun. As such, it means we can sit in our magical seats at the start of 2018 and try and figure out what will happen, no matter how nuts it will be, because that's the whole point. Anything can happen, the question is simply if it will. I'm Simon from What Culture, and this is 10 bold predictions for WWE in 2018. Number 10, Enzo and Cass reform as heels. Whatever you think about one Enzo Amore, it's fair to say he had a pretty decent 2017. No matter what he was involved in, he managed to get some kind of reaction, if it was a bad one, and he did inject something into 205 Live. I'm just not sure what that is yet. He can talk though, and he showed that once again this year with some genuinely very good heel work since he made the turn. Of course, this all went down after he split with Big Cass, but a very unfortunate injury to the man who can't be taught height, or whatever that catchphrase is, put a huge spanner in the plans, and that's where a new idea comes into play. Cass is scheduled for a WWE return in 2018, and for the love of everything, put the two men back together who had genuine chemistry, with the twist this time being they're bad guys. No one is going to care about the split from last year, we're long past that in the world of WWE, and furthermore, Cass would work great as the out-of-nowhere returning heel who basically acts as Enzo's muscle. Imagine how much more people would hate him. I also have a bee in my bonnet about WWE making 2018 the year of the tag team, and Raw needs teams. This team was good, so make them a team again. In case you weren't counting, I did just use the word team 4 times in 2 sentences. What a start to the year I'm having. Number 9, the debutantes. Because it's nice to be positive, let's hope the next 12 months serve as a time where WWE starts smashing the transition between NXT and the main roster. It's been a bit hit and miss recently, so let's turn that around and start kicking ass with it, because let's face it, there's a lot of good talent waiting to arise. The Velveteen Dream, Adam Cole, Ember Moon, Aleister Black, Drew McIntyre, and many more could all make huge arrivals on either Raw or SmackDown, and we should make sure this happens by learning what not to do. Or in short, try to not let them follow the same path as Shinsuke Nakamura, Bobby Roode, or Bayley. And of course there's the Finn Balor story, but we shall tell that another time. The point is, WWE is in a very good position when it comes to the new crew this year, so I'm gonna say they do well with them all, and it's a wonderful success where we all cry tears of joy and eat cheese, which, as we know, is the way any good day ends. Number 8, the WWE Network increases in price. A gamble this one, but with so much going on behind the scenes at WWE at the moment, I think it's something we could see in 2018. For starters, there have been countless surveys the company has put out asking customers if they would pay more for the network if it had X, Y, and Z. So if they had certain features, I imagine while the $9.99 model would stay, there may be a few more options should that entice you. The other argument here depends on whatever Vince McMahon is up to away from his baby. If the rumours are true and that his new company Alpha Entertainment is about to invest heavily in American football, well, that could have a knock-on effect. I realise it's now a separate entity from WWE, but if it does go badly, as it did before, and everyone sits down and realises that something needs to change, why not whack the network fee up to try and balance out some revenue? Some people would leave, sure, but many wouldn't, so in a worst-case scenario, you'd probably financially be in the same spot. And over the long term, maybe even start making more. It's just a blank slate at the moment because no one really knows. It's going to be damn interesting finding out. Number 7, 205 Live dies. Swerve died, Talking Smack died, Edge and Christian's show that totally reeked of awesomeness died, and you want to know why they died? A mixture of cost cutting and low viewing numbers. This is why I think in 2018, 205 Live days are numbered. We all know the issues with the cruiserweights having their own show, the biggest being that they're not allowed to wrestle like cruiserweights. So why anyone is going to tune in, I don't know. But if it keeps stumbling on this year, why would WWE keep it around when they could invest more time into trying to make them work on Raw or even SmackDown? That makes more sense anyway. It's not like WWE didn't take shots at it throughout 2017 either. It was constantly hinted that Enzo moving there was a demotion, the Cruiserweight title match from WrestleMania was cut from the DVD version, and just in general it feels a bit limp. There's so many talented performers on that roster that giving them more time to shine on the main roster would be better for all. Stop hurling a bright light into all their faces if there's something different. Just let them do their thing and be done with it. It'd be better for everyone. Number 6, The Undertaker returns. I don't think even Mark Calloway knows this at the moment, but given that The Undertaker has been teasing retirement for years now, he'll probably just be back in 2018. Because why not? Screw it. While that would undermine the loss to Roman Reigns and that cool visual of him leaving his hat and coat in the ring at Mania 33, let's face it, we'd all cheer to see the dead man return, and wrestling is so fickle these days, we'd just shrug our shoulders and move on. Also, we all heard the commentators throughout 2017, not one definitively said, yep, that's it for him. There's a reason for that. There is also something poetic about him returning to New Orleans where his Mania streak was broken. Who he faces or how it all goes down, I don't know. But if Taker feels good and ready to go, just do it, man. It's wrestling. Go nuts. Number 5, Braun Strowman doesn't win a world title. Yeah, that's right, I said it. It had to be said. Someone had to say it. But as successful and awesome as Braun Strowman was in 2017, and as successful and awesome as Braun Strowman will be in 2018, I don't think a WWE World title or Universal title is in his future over the next 12 months. The reason isn't even a negative one. Braun has been so good that he has managed to enter that magical zone where he doesn't need a world championship to feel special. You can put him in all manner of intriguing matches where that's the selling point in itself. Doesn't need anything else to make it an attraction. In many ways, he's the modern day Undertaker. I just want to see Braun do his thing. Now that doesn't mean that WWE can't do it, and I think he will absolutely have a reign at some point, but we're still so early in what's possible with Strowman. I think everyone involved may as well take their time and build him more. Or somehow he'll win it out of nowhere, one of the two. But as we're making bold predictions, I'm going to go with the former for now. Number 4, Triple H does win a world title. If Survivor Series 2017 is anything to go by, Triple H will have another run at some point. But whether that's at Mania 34 or beyond, the game will be back in a WWE ring. If this is the case too, I think 2018 is the year we can use Triple H as a conduit to build someone else, and what better way to do that than by giving him one last final title run and ensure that it ends by the hands of one of his NXT offspring. If it was treated as a last hurrah, it'd be quite a nice send-off for someone who has done a lot for the wrestling business, and in the same vein, he makes someone else in the process. And I realise it's maybe pie-in-the-sky stuff, but it's a surefire way to give us a feel-good moment in 2018 while also planning for the future. Makes sense. And hell, if Jinder Mahal was able to become the man in 2017, then Trips is still more than welcome to step into that role this year. Number 3, goodbye McMahons. Once this latest SmackDown Shane McMahon storyline is over, don't you think it'd be good if WWE drew a line under both him and Stephanie in 2018? E.g., just get rid of the whole commissioner thing altogether? Doesn't that sound lovely? It does, doesn't it? It would be a great way for Shane's current saga to end. Stephanie's appearances on Raw at this point are out of nowhere anyway. She turned up for a bit around Survivor Series and then to announce the Women's Royal Rumble, but it's not like she's a weekly staple at the moment, so let's use that and transition into a new era, one where McMahons aren't running either show. You can bring them back at some point if you want, but everything seems to have been lined up for us all to have a break in 2018. It would be a shame if we didn't do this, especially given what else the year could bring. Number 2, Daniel Bryan wrestles at WrestleMania. Now remember, the title of this video is Bold Predictions. If we were doing limp predictions, we just go along with the fact that Daniel Bryan will probably wrestle again in 2018, but that's too easy. We're going in big here. Let's look at the landscape though. We all know the hoopla surrounding Daniel Bryan at the moment and his impending spat with Shane McMahon. And there's the fact that Bryan has been adamant that he will try and wrestle again this year. Throw all that together and there is a possibility that Vince McMahon stopped the latter from happening on the indie scene by putting the former into gear at WrestleMania. Weirder things have happened. There would be the risk, of course, that Shane McMahon wins, and the world will explode. But as we start the year, we're a lot closer to Daniel wrestling in the WWE than we have been for some time. It's very exciting. Number 1, The Miz will be world champion. The Miz's initial run with the WWE Championship was a bit of a bust. He was made to play second fiddle to the big sharks of John Cena, Randy Orton and The Rock as he just held a belt, and then he was feuding with Alex Riley. And that was actually alright, but it still spoke volumes of how WWE saw Miz at the time. Today, it's completely different. Through all his experiences, The Miz has become a battled warrior who has the confidence and backing to have a serious shout with becoming the top guy on either Raw or SmackDown in 2018. You already know he'll be one of the best heels regardless where he is because he just has that down. And his desire to make the IC title mean something helped his cause further. And hell, if you want to throw the idea of Strowman not being champ out the window and give him the belt, let him destroy The Miz for it. That is such an easy win all round. So yeah, I'm calling it. The Miz becomes world champion once more in 2018. Not bad, all things considered. What a journey he's had. Now don't forget to leave a comment below and let us know your bold predictions for WWE in 2018. Like, share and subscribe. Head over to whatculture.com and read yourself some articles. And then of course go and follow What Culture on Twitter at WhatCultureWWE. My name is Simon from What Culture, and I will talk to you again soon.
So, thanks for watching. Please feel free to click on any of these things around my head, or something terrible might happen to the dog. Too sweet me, bro. Traitor. Traitor.